We've got crazy flops and amazing blocks, all coming up next on a brand new counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on a brand new counterattack brought to you by the Rudy Project and XX2I. We'll get to some blocks and some flops momentarily, but first, more gold for Team USA. We go back to the World University Games in Taipei, Taiwan, where the USA women capped off a dominant run by defeating Hungary 16-9 in the final. Here's a look at some highlights from that championship game. Team USA was rolling. After a 1-1 start, they went ahead 5-1 after one. That was kind of a hallmark of this tournament. They would take control early in this game. After that second quarter, they went ahead 9-2 and then led 10-3 at halftime, piling on the goals. Hungary battles back in the third quarter, scoring 2 of the first 3 goals to make it 11-5. But from there, the neutrals took over. Kylie and Jamie, they each had 4 goals in this championship game. They pile on a couple here late. Team USA goes on to win it 16-9. Gabby Stone and Maya Rycroft combining for 6 saves in net. Afterwards, we caught up with head coach Dan Klatt and Kylie Neuschel on the big win for Team USA.
Yeah, I mean, I think the team prepared all summer for it. We had a combination of girls who went to the Super Final, went to World Championships, and then also joined us here. So they had a good summer in preparation for this event. And I thought they came here and they took the event extremely seriously. They had some games that maybe weren't as competitive as others, but the focus and the energy was always there from the group, and I think that's why the result is what it was.
I think Dan said it at the beginning, it's an Olympic-style tournament. I mean, you're in a village, you're using transportation malls, you're coming to events where they have security, you always have to have your credential with you. And so it's a cool feel, but it's all people of the same age. And so having a team that's a little bit younger was really fun. But I think this is the first time the United States has won this event on the women's side, and we've been all about making history this summer, so it was really fun to contribute to that legacy.
Now let's break down the actual results here. Team USA, no other way to put it, they crushed it at the World University Games, outscoring opponents 127-38. That's to get the job done, going 8-0 on the way to gold. Now we turn our attention to the USA men at the World University Games. They finished out of the medals, but they did finish strong. Here's a look at their full results. After a slow start, the loss to Japan, the tie to Russia, they beat Romania. Italy was the key game there. Had they won there, they could have gone into the top 8. The best Team USA could do was take 9th. That's exactly what they did, defeating Romania in a shootout, defeating Australia, and then topping our neighbor to the north, Canada, 18-8. In that final game, Ben Stevenson with a game-high 5 goals. Chris Whiteleg, 6 saves. After the tourney, we caught up with head coach James Graham and a couple of the athletes on their experience in Taiwan.
So we just finished up the World University Games with the men, and it was a great experience for us all. It was a fun opportunity for me personally to be able to go on this trip and get a chance to not only coach some of my players, but a lot of the great players that I've been coaching against in college for a number of years. Good to get to know them and have a chance to see them come together as a group. Overall, I feel like it was a great learning experience for me personally as a coach, and I believe the guys as well. And hopefully we'll be able to take this and move forward and help Team USA become a better and better program.
Coming here to Taiwan has been a really good experience for all of us. Being able to compete with the people that I'm normally playing against and competing against at the highest level has been really fun, to say the least. I've made some really good friends, and the team's really come together. The chemistry's been amazing, and the tournament's been a really good learning experience for us all.
Overall, it was, I would say, a really good tournament for us. We learned a lot about ourselves. The end result of getting 9th place wasn't what we wanted. It wasn't ideal, but the games that we played, we learned tons and how to tie against Russia, who ended up getting 3rd. We played really well when we needed to and had 1 or 2 bad games, but overall it was a great learning experience.
From there, we move over to Volos, Greece, and the FINA Junior World Championships in women's water polo, where the USA women, the defending gold medalists, are on the scene looking to return to the podium and off to a great start. They defeated Croatia in their very first game, 24-1, a dominant performance there. After that, taking on New Zealand, 11-4, so they go 2-0 in group play, and that brought us to Tuesday's game, a thriller versus Spain. It's a rivalry at all levels for the USA women in the national team pipeline. This one would end in a tie 9-9, but not before some exciting moments. Early on, Team USA leading 3-2 after the first quarter. In the second, Lexi Leibowitz is going to score here to make it 5-2. Bailey Weber tacks on a goal to make it 7-5 going into the fourth, but now Spain rallies. They tie the game at 7-7. Then, moments later, we're tied 8-8. Then Spain goes ahead 9-8 with 28 seconds left, and now cue up the drama. Normally, 28 seconds left, down a goal, you're in deep trouble, not Team USA. They turn to the USC standout Denise Mamalito, the captain for Team USA in this tournament. She buries this shot with 15 seconds to play, tying the game. But hang on, Spain now with a great chance to win this game. They draw a penalty with 3 seconds to play. It's up to Amanda Longin to preserve the stop, and she does just that. What a save from Longin. She was the top goalie of this tournament 2 years ago. Turns away Spain here, keeps the tie, ends 9-9, and Team USA is now moving on to the quarterfinal qualification match today, where they will take on Serbia, and still in the hunt for medals. We'll have more results next week from Greece. Let you know how Team USA did in their quest to return to the podium at the Junior World Championships. Don't forget, all the games are streaming from the Junior World Championships at volos2017.com. Now let's talk membership and USA Water Polo membership and a special one-time fall membership promotion that started on September 1st and goes through the end of October. Good for bronze or silver memberships. Visit usawaterpolo.org for all the details on how you can save today. And now we look to men's college water polo. The season began this past weekend, and with that, let's take our first look of the season at our Cap 7 college scoreboard. We start things off first. Out east, a thriller. Brown edging St. Francis Brooklyn 12-11 in 3 overtimes. Then back west, defending NCAA champ Cal, a 1-goal winner over UC Santa Barbara 8-7. After that, UC Davis edging UC Irvine 10-8, and Navy 1 goal better than Iona 9-8. All kinds of water polo on television this week. Starts tonight. UC Davis taking on the defending champs Cal, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the Pac-12 network. Then Friday, a great early season matchup. Stanford at USC, also 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on the Pac-12 network. And then we close it out Sunday, September 10th. UCLA pays a visit to Princeton in New Jersey, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, live on ESPNU. Make sure you don't miss these high-level water polo matchups. And speaking of high-level water polo, few things get you better to be a high-level water polo player than our Olympic development program. 2 13U clinics happening this past weekend on Saturday in Southern California. One for the boys, one for the girls. They both involved our Olympic team head coaches, Adam Krikorian, Dana Dovicic. Some great shots here from Catherine Hain of both of the clinics. I appreciate all the athletes coming out and getting better at water polo. And speaking of getting better, there's more ODP fun to be had. Changes announced to the 2017-2018 season. We told you on a previous episode of The Counterattack that registration is now open for all the USA Water Polo ODP camps this fall and early next year. Now here are some of the changes that are announced. You can get more of the details at usawaterpolo.org, but adjustments to age divisions, new playing opportunities, international play opportunities. Visit usawaterpolo.org to get all the details. Now let's close things out as we do every week with our social media send-off. It's the best of what we have found on the internet water polo-wise, and now bringing it back to you. You can contribute. Use the hashtag counterattack. And we start things off first with some good news. Clubs lending a hand in Texas. We've all heard the news about Hurricane Harvey, the damage that it has caused in the Houston area in Texas. Thunder Polo, one of the big water polo clubs in Texas, they're doing their part, collecting gift cards. You can send in a gift card. They will get it to folks in need in the Houston area. Great stuff there from Thunder Polo. From there, congrats to McKendree Water Polo, starting off their first varsity men's water polo season, competing at Brown this past weekend, and you've got it documented with a game ball. We go back to the ODP 13U clinics, and this was part of the experience the athletes could have. Hallie showing off some photos of her time there at the ODP clinic, meeting athletes, coaches. And from there, Maggie Steffens talked with best-selling author Jeff Pearlman all about water polo. Worth checking that out via Jeff Pearlman's Twitter account. I got a chance to hang out with some members of the Triangle Water Polo Club in North Carolina over the weekend. They're doing some big things. Great to see water polo growing in North Carolina. Tony Azevedo, well, first he retires, he gets a big send-off. Now he has his own road. Check out this photo via Water Polo Tony. We assume it's longer than 5 meters. Women's junior team working on yoga in Greece, and not a bad view being led by assistant coach and Olympian Betsy Armstrong. One of our favorite gifts maybe ever comes from the World University Games. Nothing better than Dan Klatt getting fired up on the sideline. From there, Jansen Cunningham, he's running for freshman class president, and a wise move here, he includes water polo as part of his campaign. And then back-to-back Hood River girls water polo. This is from Oregon. First, working on leg day. They've got chairs in the water. Only do this, of course, if you're already a strong swimmer, but getting better with their leg work. And then from there, we go Hood River Flop Friday. And last but not least, we've got to bring back the flop from the beginning of the show. This is via Kook Slams. This is a Flop Friday you must not try at home. Wild stuff. So there you have it, the very best of what we saw this week on the internet concerning water polo. I want to encourage you to stay involved. Use the hashtag counterattack. Tag us at USAWP. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.